guys, and welcome back to my channel. This week's video is going to be of me redoing, personalizing, customizing, whatever you want to call it, my old biking helmet. So for a little bit of context, I've had this helmet since 2014, which was when I got my bike license. It's just for the smaller bikes, and I got this helmet. I love it. I still love the design, but it used to be white, black, and silver. Now, as you can see, clearly it is not white anymore. It is cream, a very yellowish cream, because I used it for years. It's dirty from all the use. I also fell 1 year from my bike, and it still had like splotches from that. Like it's been through quite a lot. It's been years, so it's expectable. So I was gonna do this trip, and I did do this trip with my father, where we took the bike to another city. It was about like 4 hours drive, and I didn't want to take this stupid ass thing, and I knew that this was my last chance at making it my own and being able to record it, because I wasn't gonna be able to do that in the other city. So I started off by prepping the helmet. I added all the masking tape to every crevice, hole, piece of equipment that I could, the breathing holes, the side thingies for the glasses, and the main like visor space for it. And then I went in with a little cotton ball thingy with some alcohol to take off all of the oils and stuff and yuck from the helmet. It came out black, like it was so dirty. Yeah, just to prep the surface. And then I just went in with paint. I didn't have time to prime it, because to prime it I would have to let it dry like a long time and then go in, and I didn't have time for that. This was a one-time thing, because the next day I had to varnish it, let it completely dry before going on the road. This was like last minute decision, middle of the night painting kind of scenario. So yeah, I decided to paint this in the SpongeBob background theme. I don't know why, but at the moment I was like, okay, what am I gonna paint this? Am I gonna do flames like those typical like biker dudes have some nice ass flames? What am I gonna do? I really didn't want to go through the struggle of like planning all of it. I wanted something simple, freestyling it, and the flames, I knew I was gonna be too perfectionist for it. And like for some reason, it just popped into my head, the SpongeBob background. I don't know what I was looking at that was SpongeBob related, but that just came up to my mind, and I thought, well, why the hell not? Looked it up, just have some reference on the colors, and went for it. I started off by mixing the darkest blue, which isn't that dark. I didn't want to make it too dark, so I mixed up the darkest blue, and then went in with the green. The top green was difficult as hell to get, to make like the right color, just because I couldn't just quite match the color that I wanted with the vibrancy that I wanted, with the brightness. I was having a lot of difficulties with that. So then I just let that dry and went in with the middle color. And after adding the middle color, I finally was like able to make the correct green that I wanted for the top half, and added that green. And once everything was like done and blended all around the helmet, I let the paint dry, which it dried pretty quickly because I was using acrylic paint. This is all in acrylic paint. It was the paint I had on hand, honestly, and yeah. After that was done, I went in with just my paintbrush and some bright ass colors and just started winging it. Mind you, I didn't follow the actual colors for the flowers that you'd see on SpongeBob. I wanted something that would contrast but also would match, so I added blues, pinks, and purples kind of just to match the colors of the helmet, plus add a little bit of contrast but stay overall in the same pink, green, blue, purple kind of look that the helmet had. The first flower was definitely the most hardest one, and I went and did various shapes and sizes and all of that and colored them in. I had a lot of fun with this. In some scenarios, situations, I did actually make them too big or made them too small, but I just really had fun with them. It was kind of tricky to get to the point where I felt like I didn't have not enough flowers for what I was wanting to do, or having too many flowers. It was kind of difficult finding that balance, but I do think I hit the spot and really like how it looks. Honestly, love how it looks. Love the front part. Yeah, love that. The next step was to varnish the helmet, and I went in with a matte spray varnish. I don't know how good this would be for other stuff. I kept my distance and sprayed it evenly throughout the helmet, and it kind of holds really well. I've had previous experiences with this spray and I didn't like them that much, but this time it kind of went well, so yeah, that's great. We varnished it and then passed on to the next part once it was dry, which was removing all of the tape. Now this is when things got a little bit sticky, and here's why. So if you've done any painting ever, what you're supposed to do, whether it's nail art, wall art, actual painting on a paper, canvas, whatever it is, if you're using tape, you want to remove the tape once the paint is still wet, not once it's dried out. You need it to be wet. Why? Because once you remove it when it's dried, there is a big chance that the tape will take a little bit of the paint with it. But if it's wet, it's not dry enough to adhere to the tape in a way that it would lift up where you've painted. Now this is a problem if you're going to wait for the paint to dry and varnish and everything, and only in the end you're going to take out the tape. So there were some spaces, not a lot of them, like just a few little spots where the paint did chip out. I then attached the visor and the helmet was all done. And as you can see, it looks great. The outdoor one is more realistic to how it actually looks. I'm in love with my helmet and I really like how it came out. And I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Let me know what you want to see from me next, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye!